Welcome. Sorry I'm a little late. Or a lot late. Sorry I'm very late. Oh, it actually tells you different stuff every time. Oh yeah, random statistics. Very silly. What happened was, everyone's very busy for Christmas. And, well, to be honest, we wanted to do a quick gift exchange with our partners, and it seemed like now was the only time we could have done that. That's what kept me. Pilgrim's Rest, also very done up. I don't remember how to play, for the record. Cat. Ahas. Fucking us partners have power to delay. You do. Have you calmed? Apparently not. No. We got a Santa hat on him, but we don't have full art for them yet. Oh, hey, Nines. Welcome in. How are you doing? I know I recognize you from somewhere. You're in a friend stream, I think. Either Banana or K, I think. How are you doing? You know what? It's my first run back in a long time, so I'm just gonna do a normal. From your dreams. Sure. That's wonderful to hear. They added something that I just remembered before starting a run. There's like alternate starting monsters now. The Ravager. I'll be honest, I don't know how to trigger that. You like Pilgrim's Rest? Cozy, isn't it? It's beautiful. I think this is dialogue from before as well. I thought she was asking about the decorations. You're in K's the other day. Gotcha. Yeah, she's teaching me about soul bonding a creature. There's an exclamation point now. Oh. Hi, Fractal. How are you doing? Let's start a run. Give me the roof, because I remember, I think we won with Terry and Toddy before. Good, now that work is over. It's over for like a while too, right? Don't you get a little break now? Rebirth random monster. Give to me a random monster. Oh wait, no, it's just random from here. I thought it was like random from anything it could have been. Give me Terry and Toddy. Off for 2 full weeks. That's wonderful. Hello? Any monster can evoke this path that holds important religious meaning to them, especially the ones who still believe that Taraste was created by the monster deities and that Soul was nothing but a deceiver. Even in the universities of Aquilos, both versions of world history are taught and debated. Equalus, certainly. I've been bullied by Isa into pronouncing ether correctly. How's me? I'm pretty good. I just woke up. I had a quick little gift exchange with my partners abroad because we're both going to be pretty busy until Christmas. This might be the last time we all got to be together on cam. It was very sweet. I was worried about mine because they were all Amazon buys. They were at least excited. I was very grateful. The amount of relief when I saw Iva smile, because I was really unsure. I got them oh, thank you for the headbats. I got them a crochet kit, like a learn to crochet, and the project was the box that they opened just showed like a witch axolotl, and they were like, "Oh, it's so cute! Oh my gosh!" I was like, "Yeah, the tool should be in there too, or something like that." And they were like, "Wait, do I have to make this? Is this a pattern?" And I was like, yeah. And they were like, wow, that's a commitment. Cassidy! Hi. I'm sorry yours was like more of a functional just because you need this gift. Did Soul create Taraste, or was it the monster deities? Who created whom? We Aethermancers are the sole keepers of the one truth, of course, and it shall ever be known only to us. We get to pick an artifact. I'll take Void Crystal. I can use it to make Wild Ether. You're heading to the LGS? Love you very much, Cassidy. See you when you're home. I hope you have a lot of fun. I remember the basics of how this goes. We're 3 versus 3 battles. We don't have our third one yet. The diamond on them shows what they are weak to. And you can stance break them by damaging them with that element. I'm also reminding myself. Hold on. We need inspect. Apparently this is new. They added more information to the inspect menu. That's one of the changes they did. We've got Scorched Earth. Whenever one or more burn stacks are applied to an enemy, breaks one poison on them. Triggers up to 5 times per turn. Oh. And then our other one is Two-Headed. On attack, if this monster's first attack of the turn heals the ally with the lowest health by 5. If it was the monster's second attack of the turn, applies power to self. So this one gets better if you manage to attack with it multiple times. So if I do this, that applies sidekick. So the next time I attack with another monster, it will also get to attack. You're in the process of annoying your partner because you're bored. Sounds fun. Very pleasant activity. We can take this guy out. And then we could even just, like, slap this guy. DD-do. I bet you sucker. Driving Cassidy to the card store. I'm sorry, that was too mean. Whenever my partners don't get first, I have to mock them. Or, you know, one of the top 3 spots. It's the rules. You can't stagger anyone this time. You can get close. Izu! How are you doing? Been very repo coded. Doing on it so much right now. I haven't played repo in a very long time. I wouldn't mind, it was really fun. You get a new trait. For every ether purged or stolen by allies, applies 1 burn to the enemy with the lowest amount of burn. For every 4 burn applied to enemies, generates fire ether. For every 3 ether purged or stolen by this monster, applies power to self. That one. What do we got on you? end of your turn, deals a water hit to all enemies. Damage equals 1 for every 4 healing received by allies. As long as this monster has sidekick, other allies gain +2 damage. That's really cool. I remember using sidekick generator a lot. It gets me a partial refund on moves that give this guy sidekick. Very nice. Banana, hello. Cute rat, how are you doing? How did you sleep? Must be what the monster can call a blessed pond. We can offer gold to cleanse our monsters of corruption. We've barely corrupted these monsters at all. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, wah, wah. Doing good? You had some sleep? I tried to get you some good rest. I messed up your brain. Yeah. You mean more than usual, right? Noting stuff down, yeah. Keep thinking of me and Sin, it's some kind of virus. Is this guy? Tides of the Void. Whenever an ally or enemy uses an action of a certain element, generates wild ether. The element is rarely chosen every round. Ooh. Hi, Seamas. How are you doing? Yeah, Banana's pretty cute. For every 15 shield this monster receives or applies sidekick to self. Sidekick attacks of this monster consume all sidekick stacks at once to deal their combined damage. Oh. That sounds worse. Maybe it's good. Sitting here, Madge. Oh. What did you Madge about? On action applies 2 poison to self. Whenever poison triggers on this monster, enemies also take damage from it. I do really like this slime. You can copy the last 2 enemy actions and use them once. Uncopied action purges the same amounts and elements of ether that were spent on the action. You know what? I don't think I've ever used this guy, but maybe we're purge building this time. So there's a resource in here. This is the part where I explained, so it's not so like opaque to everyone coming in. Moves cost ether in this. Kind of like mana in MTG. I know that helps everyone as much as it helps me. But moves cost different types of ether for you and the opponents. So if you steal their ether, they can't act as much. Family upsetties your spaghetti with their park. Oh, I'm sorry. That can be pretty rough. I've never had that issue. I have heard Sinzu complain about that when he used to live with his folks. We found a hexing harp. I don't know what that does. Purchase 2 enemy ether. Oh, wow. Every time they drive you anywhere, they always either park in disabled parking or they park partially in a second spot. Oh no, that is not what I thought you were complaining about. Wow. Why is this guy so shiny? Oh, I remember them talking about this. This is like a special version. They introduced rare variants or something like that. What is Ether lore-wise? You know what? I can't rightly tell you. I think it's magical energy. You know, like 5 elements kind of stuff. I think it's like base matter of the world kind of deal. Pretend your grandma does have disabled parking access, right? But she parks there even when she's not getting out of the car. You know, depending on how full the parking lot is, I admit, we've done this before. You don't want or need it. I get that. Parking lot is empty. Sounds like at the very least, most of the time, no one else is getting hurt, but still. I get it can be pretty frustrating. I might have made a mistake taking this guy. They can generate ether of their own element when they attack. And my poor starter over here is fire and earth. And there's no other earth. There's a little bit of fire and that's it. Maybe next turn's gonna be better. You spaced out and don't remember what the answer was to your question. So I think in this setting, ether is like a 5 elements kind of thing, like a building block of like you know, a core building block of these creatures, I think. But it's been a while since I started this. I think that's what it's supposed to be. You know, like magic, but magic in different flavors. Oh, we can craft a memento of this. I forgot about that whole thing because we staggered it. Sure, we'll do that. Rocketry shifted creatures. That's what they were talking about. You see, you really don't. I think it's supposed to be like, you know, like magical energy that just kind of exists, and then other things is formed out of it. Other things are formed out of it. Except in this setting, it comes in different flavors, like fire, wind, earth, water, and wild, which can be used for any of them. I think that's what they're going for. What? Fair enough, I suppose. The game tried to tell me that was going to happen. In mechanical terms, it's the resource you have to spend to use your stronger attacks. Like an action point in a game like Slay the Spire, or I was gonna say like Divinity, or yeah, you know, just like Divinity. Not Baldur's Gate, because they switched to the D&D system for that. Except, instead of them being generic action points, they're elemental action points. Is this game old? You feel like you played it ages ago. Okay. I refuse to call it old. Because I think it came out this year as a demo. And that felt like ages ago, to be honest. But now it's released in early access. Oh, and I should mention, by the way, I am very fancy. They sent me a code for the early access version, as it turns out. I feel very special, actually. I was very surprised. So, compensation disclosure, I suppose. Product received for free. You're so cool. Thank you. I messed up, though. What a sellout. They didn't ask me to do anything. They just gave me the game, and I already played it. Or what Banana said, one of those two things. We'll bully the pipe fox. You've only tried to get early access once to something? Oh. Well, like, they released it in early access for everyone. Like, this is a beta version of the game. They gave it to me at the same time. I don't know if I would ever ask. I'm not confident enough for that. I just played the demo, and I guess the devs or whatever marketing department they were using, marketing service, they were just like, okay, looking up random content creators who played the demo, and maybe they searched alphabetically. And they were like, well, this mouse or rat or whatever seemed to like it. It's a known fact. But you are cuter than me, though. You're happy for me? I'll be honest, I was more excited than I probably should have been. Get a new trait on our Volpeltinger. Oh, I forgot this guy's name was Nif. Did we name this after Knife Player? Uninterrupt applies sidekick to self. You know what? That one's got yellow text and it sounds cool. Hi Froggy, how you doing? What the hell? What the hell what? I said you're cuter than me. I'll take being cooler if you can take being cuter. It's like a stat distribution. I'm going for a quality build where I'm trying to balance the cool and cute. At most, we are equally cute. Cute is such a vast expanse of different flavors. To be real, I agree with you. However, my gut feels like you're cuter than me. Listening to a podcast where they were making fun of people whose whole personality is how much they need coffee to function, and you feel personally attacked. I am literally drinking a second cup of coffee right now, but like... I never make a big deal about it or anything. Cool and hot are the traits you have to distribute over. Oh, so I don't even get cute? What the heck? And it is cuter than you. I don't know. You're pretty cute. Science time. You'll squeeze us both until all the cute juice comes out in measure. I've got so many various juices, though. How are you going to separate them? Are you going to get like a whole Nile Red distillation situation over here? And reduce our cute down with hexanes? So you can boil off all of the... just like bottom energy or whatever else is mixed in there. One of the payments for those building the pyramids in Egypt was coffee. We should bring free coffee back to the workplace. It shouldn't count as your payment. It should just be expected. You get cute by default. I see, I see. That's what you'll use, very scientific. Oh, where you put the test tubes in and it goes "Rrrr," and magic happens. Oh, a centrifuge? Hate the texture of dog food. Oh, like on your hands. I was about to say, but the texture's the best part, but no, I get that. Don't eat the dog food. I need to make sure it's good for the dog. I can't believe you would want me to feed my dog something that I haven't personally confirmed is good. That seems very sus regarding the pyramids. Yeah, I'm not like a historian or nothing, so... Also, we have a tendency to condense history. Egypt as a civilization has been around a very long time and has done a lot of different stuff. See, I'm being vague because then I don't have to worry about being correct. Ow. I'll say as a general that I think a lot of people in history are treated better than some of the people working minimum wage today, but I try not to get into it. Ain't good for this puppy, then how can I know I can feed it to the others? Exactly. Plain gets me. How many puppies you got? Showing your friend non-furry my thunder spells? Oh no! You didn't tell me you were showing me off to anybody. The way you said friend, non-furry. Very pretty, don't worry. Okay, thank goodness. It's me. I'm non-furry. Well, you're also welcome here. Welcome in. I'm sure there's several non-furries here and furry elites. Actually, you know what? I was thinking about this the other... Well, actually, Cass brought this up the other day. It's only a matter of time. Don't tell them. You have non-furry friends. Why you say that and take my jacket off? Cass asked me the other day whether or not Nagas and Lamia count as furry, and I said I think they definitely tend towards, you know, monster person and aren't necessarily furry. But I was curious if anyone here has... Your model's so cool. Thank you. This is cute. Scully Hellfire made this. It's a VR chat model that I have modified the clothes for and made new hair for, and then I changed the shader and the texture for credit where it's due purposes. So if you think the best part is how it looks, Scully did that. If you think the texture looks stupid, I'm responsible for that part. Monsters are so cool, very much. You have a frog persona online, not a furry. Yeah, see, that's reasonable. Furries are okay people? Yeah. Now, why would she ask you that? No reason. Okay, to be honest, it's because she was trying to commission art and got very unlucky with a string of people just saying that they don't do furries. And one of the artists in question was one that you had worked with. Is why she actually asked that. She does like monsters. He likes vampires. Monsters are so cool. 8.9 including your partner. 8.9 what? Oh, puppies. That's a lot of puppies to take care of. Anyway. GG game. We're choosing Lava Fling. Purchase 2 enemy ether and on interrupt applies burn 3 to all enemies. It sounds incredible. It's very expensive, but these are all also very expensive. I like Energy Rush, but geez. Sure. You only have to take care of one. Your family takes care of the other 8. Oh, fair enough, fair enough. They're not all your responsibility. You just get to hang out. At end of your turn applies 1 temporary power to self. If can have that. You can rearrange equipment now. You couldn't do that before. When you gave someone equipment, you had to commit to it. Been a while since you commissioned new art, but yeah, you're never sure if an artist will consider your model a furry or not. You just ask up front if you see that note. See, I personally... For me, I think it comes down to the face. On whether or not, like, a creature is a furry or not. Not universal. You feel like the human... Oh, yeah, like the human face is the main thing if we're talking safe for work. What if you're not? Does it change? Wait for Allie to read the next paragraph. Thank you, Fractal. Just commission furry artists? Well, that's the thing. Cass was trying to commission furry artists. And she was looking on Blue Sky and just kept seeing cool artists who then said, like, oh, by the way. It was actually wild because Cass was telling me, like, the furry artists she was looking at were more expensive compared to the non-furry artists. And I'm over here super old, remembering when it was so very much the opposite. Don't consider yourself a furry as someone who formerly had a frog sona. I mean, that's how it has to work, is just, do you consider yourself one? If yes, then yes. If no, then no. And it pretty much like stops and ends there, like any other self-applied title like that. We can send one of our Earth monsters to take on the Earth Elemental Challenge. They have a 50% chance to succeed. On success, they gain 1 XP and 100 worthiness. On failure, they're afflicted with corruption. We're sending our dog in there. He passed. He's so worthy. Usually look for commissions on Discord. That sounds terrifying. Actually, yeah, do you go to, like, art commission Discords? Because I'm also terrified. I don't know how to commission art either. Most advertise that they're cool with furry. Because Cass was looking on Blue Sky. I remember I was looking on Twitter because this was like a couple of years ago, and on Reddit. And just like scouring around trying to find people. There is an art commission Discord. See, I'm terrified. I've only ever used Discord for, like, you know, more personal communities. I've never used it as like a social media site. I've used it as like a chat room with extra steps, kinda. You almost exclusively go through Vegan. Can you search Vegan? I've only been sent there from people's profiles. I am going backwards. I got so distracted. I just started walking backwards up the stage. Take me to... I think the cook increases your corruption, which we've got some bad corruption. I think corruption, to be honest, I'm not sure where it comes from. I think it comes from how much damage you receive in battle, actually. And it reduces your max HP in future battles, but there's ways to reduce it. A couple of artist streamers that you've met, you will now communicate through Discord with if you want to get something new. Usually still put the order in through Vegan. That sounds very comfy. I super need to look into how to do a business PayPal account and whether that's an option for me in Australia. Because one of the worst parts about it is doxing myself with my freaking legal name PayPal. Hey, we met Jack. Hey, this is a furry character. Whoa, that's some disguise you got there, pal. I don't have a disguise. I'm really an Aethermancer. Aethermancer, excuse me. Good one. Around here, people call me Sly Dog, Jack. But you can just call me Jack. There you. What are you doing here? I figured I'd scope out the place, look if I could find some safe zones, you know? Then I'll offer some guided tours to the rubes. Call it something like Horrors of the Void. You want in? I don't think that's a good idea. Yeah, the Void's kind of shifty, and that's coming from me. That path behind you seems straightforward, and seems straightforward though. I'll be heading that way then, all right? By rescuing this character, you and your monsters have formed a bond to Pilgrim's Rest. Your monsters receive 2 corruption cleanse. You say Aether? I think that's fine. I've heard them both used. I think the technically correct is... Whoops. So what I've been doing is you can get like a jump start on the battle. And by accidentally falling on that guy, I did not do that. I've always kind of used them interchangeably. I think Ether is technically correct, but also language is like fluid, so you know. Yeah, rebel against the technically correct. Those terrible goldfish cracker things. You wish you had some. I didn't. Now I do. Oh, that was all of our ether. I mean, sometimes I like to make fun of the way things are supposed to be pronounced. Like, imagine calling a shield an Aegis. But I promise I'm only ever being silly when that happens. I would never be smart on purpose. I misunderstood. I thought I was getting sidekick on my dog when I did that. Did you commission a furry artist for your previous Sona? Even though she was like 95% human? I assume most people wouldn't have a problem with that, but it comes down to the individual, obviously. I mean, I think about this a lot, oddly enough. At the end of the day, if someone's putting out a service and you're offering to pay them for that service, you got just as much right to it as anyone else. I mean, I think about this a lot when I'm shopping for clothes, or at least I needed to when I was starting out and buying clothes that I actually wanted to wear. Just being like, you know, at the end of the day, they're just trying to get through their day and sell clothes. As long as I'm normal, they're gonna be fine. Hello, furry artist. I'd like to commission human art. I feel like you might run into, like, the reverse issue. Cassidy said she had an issue... Hello, Rocker. Because some people said, oh, I don't draw furries because I just have a lot of trouble with, like, the face shape. I have, I think, seen people complain that they have trouble drawing human faces accurately. But, you know, aside from that, I don't think anyone would... I don't think anyone would be offended by asking. And if they are, that's, like, their problem. I'm glad you play music. You couldn't draw to save your life. Yeah. I would love to have the ability to draw. I don't know if I would love to put in all of the time and effort and practice it takes to get there. So I'm glad other people are willing to take that load off of me. I worse, they might get tired of answering the same question a lot, in which case it should be put somewhere in their info. That's true. In their defense, while you read it, you bet 90% of people don't. Yeah. I literally read every rule listed on a Twitch page before I say anything. Not only the pop-up, but also in chat. At least once every single time I visit a channel. And I was like, oh yes, this is normal. And then like even Isa said they don't do this. I was shocked. Fountain is what monster can have vigil, simply called an equivalent exchange. You can give gold and receive ether crystals, or give ether crystals and receive gold. I can't remember the difference. There's a merchant that takes gold. I can't remember what you use ether crystals for. I'll give ether crystals and receive gold. Thank you. I wish when I was raiding someone new, they would actually take me to their profile in the raid browser. Because I only have access to the quick rules that pop up when you chat, not like their panels or anything. We just bought gold, so we'll go to the merchant. Uncrit applies poison. Monster gains bonus crit chance for every poison stack on enemies. Gift of the Worm. On support action, applies temporary power to self. On attack, transfers all power and temporary power stacks to every other ally. Very neat. And also is fire, but doesn't burn. At least not yet. I'm interested in replacing my Volbortinger with this Wormling. Is this going to be a roguelike or a full story-based game? This is a roguelike. I don't know how much of a story they're gonna do. Aside from the basic world building and lore of it. So you can collect mementos of monsters that you find. And what that does is it allows you to start with them. And it's also the pool you get to draw from in places like these. But you level them back up from the start every time. And before someone says what you just described is a roguelite. And then you just run through like 3 biomes, fight boss, and then start over. It's 3 biomes currently. I'm not sure how many they're sticking with. Anyone who says that gets pitted. Oh no, do I count? When you reach 5 ether of the same element, purchase 1 enemy ether of the same element and apply its power to self. Give me a reroll. On support action, deals 3 damage hit to target enemy and triggers on attack effects. That's pretty cool. I guess I'll take that. You're safe for now. You got your eye on me. You want to give Wormling a nickname? No. Oh, we accidentally talked to him. Usually I know this place inside out, all the shortcuts and hidden paths, but now, with the Void, everything is all shaken up. And it changes all the time, too. Maybe you should name your pet Wormling. All my pets have names already. They're cute and pretty names. Gonna lurk and play game. Have a wonderful gameplay. I do think there is a demo to this if anyone is interested. I don't think they quit the demo when the early access released. I'm pretty sure you can still just download the video or the demo and try it out. Also, these are the same devs of Monster Sanctuary, if anyone's ever played that, which I did and I very much enjoyed it. Ooh. On single target attack, if the enemies have 6 or more ether, purchase 1 enemy ether. I guess I'll take it. Confirm there's a demo on Steam. Thank you. I'll take the whip. Okay, there is a boss. Before we do it, I am going to go to ads before Bezos takes me there. And we're going to have a real quick break. I'll see you in just a minute. Welcome back. Which literally advertising Thundiga to you. I was trying to think of... After stream yesterday, I was like... There was something I needed to work on, but I couldn't remember what it was. And then it wasn't until I started stream today, I was like, oh yeah. I was going to reduce, like, the built-in shock delay. For safety, I had StreamerBot just automatically, if multiple shocks were queued up, just put a gap in between them. But I think I was a little excessive with that. And remembering one thing that's kind of hard about this game is keeping track of what actions you're cutting off by picking other ones. It tells you at the top what you're going to be left with if you use the thing. But then you have to go back and double check the cost of things. It would be cool if they changed it so that, like, a cross came out on other stuff. Let's see, this one? Welcome back, Fractal. It costs a fire and a wind, but it generates a generic wild ether. So then I gotta sit here and go like, okay, well, I'd be left with one fire, but I could make that up with the wild, so I guess I can still do lava fling. But it's a little bit overhead, to be honest. Maybe not a lot, but a little bit. Just purges 2 ether. Okay, fine, I'll do it. I'm gonna heal up Orthrus here. A lot of things just happen that I don't fully understand. I can purge him. And apply 3 burn, and then I guess I'm just normal attacking over here. Which Fractal Ferns have I streamed? 8 and 9? Yeah, I guess it's just 8 and 9. Yeah. Peps. Oh yeah, Sinzu's doing 3. Did you finish 3? No, you're still doing... Oh yeah, you just finished it, right? You know what? I should stream 5. It's my favorite. And I was thinking I haven't done like an RPG in a while. And then I just remember as I say that I literally just Anode Heart. But that's a different kind of RPG, okay? But it's been like... I finished Final Fantasy IX like a year ago. And there was a huge gap in that. What did you think of 8? I actually liked 8 a lot more than I thought I would, based on the reputation. a bit divisive. I did play it as a kid. So I was like ready. I had been like, I knew what to expect. And also I've got a little bit of nostalgia. I mean, I said it at the time. Diablo was a little bit of an awakening for me, you know? I think I'll still be able to do what I want to do if I do this. I think 8 might have actually been your first full Final Fantasy. You played the demo for 7 on PC Gamer Magazine disc. Then actually played 8. Oh. Imagine playing... I guess you don't have to. But imagine being like... sold Final Fantasy 7 and then you buy 8 instead. Free hugs. Thank you, CMAS. Then you played 7 later. I've never played 7. I played a very small amount of 7, but my game disc was scratched. And I couldn't actually get out of the opening scene. So as far as pre-11 Final Fantasies go, the ones I've played what I consider a decent chunk of. 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10. Which feels like you can only do on purpose, but I promise I didn't. Just specifically skipping 7 like that. 3's the only one you haven't played 1 through 9? Well, you know what? Come to think of it, I played a chunk of Final Fantasy 1. I kind of forgot. Because I had it on my soft-modded Wii console. I'm actually a defender of the wasted action that happens in Final Fantasy 1 if you try to attack an enemy that had already been defeated earlier in that turn. Unapologetically. I think it was good game design. Zenzu. It makes you think. You can't just sit and spam attack. You gotta be like, okay, I gotta spend this guy's action attacking this guy. Oh, but this really heavy attack, I'm just going to spend it on this guy. Because I'm pretty sure just this attack will be enough to finish off this guy. You're silly. You're silly. Also cute, don't forget. Oh, no, I'm so sorry. Zenzu, come back. I'm sorry. Ow. In the bonks, why? New trait. An interrupt deals 6 fire and wind damage hit to that enemy. Whenever this monster purges or steals ether, breaks 1 poise on target enemy. Yes. That one. Thank you. Yeah, tell me again how your thing works. On support action, applies temporary power to self. On attack, transfers all power and temporary power stacks to every other ally. On support action, deals 3 damage hits to enemy and triggers on attack effects. I didn't even do this on purpose. I synergized. For relaxing lurksiness. This is why whenever I do a support action, it gives power to everyone else. I forgot he just gets power normal. I think temporary power on your next attack gives you like a bonus to damage for each hit. Toggle info tooltips. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Temporary power. A temporary stack of power which increases damage of each hit by 1. On attack, consumes all temporary power. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Only at the end of turn, though, so if you're able to attack multiple times with sidekick or whatever, we definitely want support actions. This is a free action. Free action. Consumes 1 power on target ally as additional cost, though. Generates wild, wild, wild. So someone else has to create power, and then we can use this, and it gives them power again. But it gives them temporary power. Or this just mana fixes, but it requires one of every type of ether that we need anyway. Transmutation is extremely tempting. I'll take it. We got Drum. It's a rare equipment. On support action, cleanses 2 debuffs and applies 1 temporary power to target ally. Yo, incredible. Converts the first 1 ether generated by this monster each turn into wild ether. This is incredible. We accidentally talked again. Ooh, equipment. Ether +1, but health is reduced by 3. Wind damage +1. Artifact. Consumes all of your ether, then generates 7 random ether. That's kind of cool. That's actually really cool. I want to buy the deck of cards. I will buy the deck of cards. I will give Terry and Toddy a crystal ball. We will consume a monster meal and cleanse some corruption. All of our corruption, even. What's on offer? I feel pretty good about our team. We don't even have any corruption built up. Shambler and Nosferatu, get out of here. I don't need you. Can you at least explain what those two do and why you didn't want them? No, I can't because I didn't even look at them. I don't need them. Give me the random NPC. Playing cards right there. Ooh. Risotto Nero. Is that your actual name? Or did I name you this? At start of your turn, applies Sidekick to this monster and applies 1 essence to its attached minions. This monster cannot learn any attacks. We've used this guy before. It's actually really cool. It's all based around summoning. You know, we could replace Terry. Or Sharoof, even. Welcome back, Fractal. Well, if we replace Sharoof, no one's going to be attacking. Everyone's going to be doing something really like this. We'll skip it this time. I do get, like, committed mid-run a lot in roguelikes. To be honest, I rarely ever went to the Fractured Ruins before all this happened. I mostly just stayed in Pilgrim's Rest. It was cozy, and I didn't need to worry about fighting off monsters. And now, ever since that void opened up, it feels exciting to be part of something bigger. We're saving the world, right, Syria? An active memory crystal. We can reroll an action or trait of a monster. I think I would rather have the experience. Two XP for a random monster. Good thing, my memory spell should bring back some past life memories for one of your monsters. I wanted to level up on somebody. I'm jumping down on your chef and stealing his soup. We got a shifted Nosferatu. It's a level up on somebody. Sounds like such a threat. Oh, deck of cards also has charges? I kind of thought it didn't. That would have been kind of dumb, I guess. Well, we can heal somebody while doing nothing. But it will create power for everybody. And I wanted the Wild Ether. Dude, I thought this would work, but it doesn't. Okay. I forgot how buildy this game is. But I mean this in a good way. It's all about, like, building up little engines for yourself and then watching them go. I very much like it. So many burns. Oh my god. Okay, we can craft a memento of this weird bat. A shifted fire Nosferatu. I should have done this first because it would have, you know what? It worked out anyway. Roof has 5 power on him. Every hit of all of his attacks gets 5 additional damage. Now, he's not actually hitting, he's actually just using the support action over and over again. We're like power farming. We're farming the concept of power itself. Aw. I kind of thought it would perch them both for some reason. Okay, that's bad, but they're literally dead now. It's wild that my little dragon's like... I've been a good little dragon who supports his friend's attack. Is what was able to finish him off. On interrupt, apply sidekick to self. Yes. I'm not sure if we're using Orthrus as well as we could. I think we want to scrap this. It is worse than our current chain. Be the random NPC. Thank you. I forgot what an Ether Spring was. I thought it was this. This is a monster shrine. No, Ether Springs are actually really good and you should be going for them. I thought they were just these. They give you like passive bonuses. I completely forgot until just now. Good to see you, my fellow Void Delver. Oh, we can trade in for some good equipment. Look at all of this epic equipment, Siryu. Hey, you want to trade some equipment maybe? I promise mine are amazing. Yeah, you know what? This common for an epic. On single target attack, if enemies have 6 or more ether, purges one enemy ether. Yeah. What you got for this? All allies gain plus 10% crit chance and plus 10% evasion. Plus burn damage is increased by 1. Debuffs deal 1 less damage against allies, and basic attacks generate 1 additional fire. On action, 20% chance to apply power to self. On support action, heals the ally with the lowest health for 7. Oh, what is force? Turns each hit into a critical hit. Incredible. And staff. Hit plus 1. Sidekick damage plus 1. And crit chance plus 10%. These are all incredible. Well, we traded Sharuf's item. So the best one for Sharu is probably the banner, which is just a general one for everybody, unfortunately. Might have traded in someone else's had I known what he was going to offer. Incredible. Bam, 6 burn. Oh, wait, no, I remember these guys. They get more powerful the more debuffs are in play in general. What are you, Mephisto? Mephisto. Their special ability is Schadenfreude. Schadenfreude? The first ally and first enemy that use an action each turn get plus 2 terror, or get 2 terror and 2 burn applied to them. This monster gains plus 1 damage and plus 6 evasion for every 10 debuff stacks among all monsters in combat. It's fine, we just won't let them attack. I hope. Okay, give me 7 random ether. That actually didn't help. My buff farming can outpace their debuff farming. I hope. Maybe I should use more items so they don't kick my ass like too hard. I can kill one of them. Well, it said I would, I think. Uh-oh. By the way, if you lose a monster in battle, it's gone. It's just freaking gone for that run. So we'd need to come up with a different plan if that happens. You don't like that? I'm not sure why that happened. When this monster consumes ether to use an action or gets interrupted, that's when fire triggers. So he burned to death. Very sad. It's almost like they were trying to tell me that that was going to happen too. I kept seeing like the little message pop up like, huh? What are they trying to warn me about? The little exclamation point down there. Well, now I know. I should have just killed that guy. Very sad. Griff can mud fling though. It purchased 2 enemy ether, heals all allies for 7, and on interrupt. Applies temporary power to all allies. Firmling would have loved that. We'll have an explosive burst. Do 5 damage hits against target enemy, but plus 25% crit chance. Critical hits purge 1 enemy ether. This is actually a 35% crit chance. Because we've got bonus crit. Oh my gosh, it's Risotto Nero. I remember playing with this guy, he was great. What is that? When this monster summons a minion, deals 4 damage hit of the minion's elements to all enemies. Doesn't trigger retaliates. It does sound very impactful. Give me 1 reroll. When a minion is summoned on another ally, summons a copy of it attached to this monster. Both of them have half of the essence rounded up. Sidekick attacks from allies deal 2 damage hits. I'll take that one. Heals all allies for 2/7, cleanses 2 debuff from all allies, and applies 2 sidekick to 7. I'll take it. We're less of an ether farm now, though. I'm worried about the mana costs. The heck? Any summoning action becomes a free action? Incredible. Nice catch, Mercury. How are you doing? Happy Friday. I'll land on the Shambler. Is that a Shambler? No, it's some kind of spider. No, it is a Shambler. Very sad. Happy Femboy Friday. Happy Femboy Friday. Hold on, let me actually read this guy. Start your turn, apply Sidekick to this monster. And applies 1 essence to its attached minions. Oh, did I not take the one that doubles? No, I guess I didn't. No, I took the one that made it a free action. Permanently increase their max health by 1 when used for the first time each combat. I'll bolster my dog. Yeah, no reason not to bolster my dog. We got a chance to interrupt. We don't know for sure. We did very much interrupt that. Give a basic heal. We'll go for maybe a crit. We didn't get one. That's okay. Damn. Helmet Rush. 3/8 fire and earth damage against target enemy. Applies sidekick to self. On interrupt, applies power to all allies. That's not as cool as it once was when we had the dragon. Water Charm is very cool. There is a limit to how many actions they can learn, like a move limit. Give me the Water Charm. Got another Aethermancer whip. Torment's Blessing, a desperate attempt by the fortress's final commander to defend the holy city against Otlent's army. Witness the results of Commander Torment's experiments with dark arts. By submerging equipment in these cursed waters, it grows stronger, but at a price. Torment's Blessing allows you to grant a special upgrade to one of your monster's equipment. You may choose from one of 3 rare affixes, but the equipment also gains a curse affix, which can never be removed. Upgrade the orb. Corruption Cleanse +2, but buff consumption +66%. At the end of combat, cleanses 2 corruption from self. At the end of your turn, 66% your chance to consume 1 random buff. That's not bad. For your turn, cleanses 2 debuffs. All healing and shielding this monster receives is reduced by 1. On hit, 20% chance to apply burn, but on action, 66% chance to apply 1 burn to self. Terrifying, I'll take it. Your equipment has received its upgrade and its curse. Oh, all my monsters got a little more worthy. Knockout. You can only stack burn up on them. Ow. So much burn. We got 1 burn on Orthrus. We should not kill him to that. They stole our ether. Oh wait, no, they just generated off of their basic attack. That's normal. They didn't steal from us. They just had some for themselves. That's fine. Damn. Thought that guy was gonna die. What the heck? Here, by using an action, I got one extra shot out of my gun. Been very excited to level Kitty up. Summon Salamander. Summon Salamander with 4 essence on target ally. Burn damage +1. Triggers burn on target enemy. Ooh. Yes, thank you. Gained belt, a rare equipment. Uninterrupt, 75% chance to apply power to self. Headkick damage +1, water damage +1. Okay, can I rearrange? Is that with inspect? I want to put the orb on the cat. Let me check out the patch notes real quick. Redistribute equipment. You can now redistribute old equipment when replacing it with new equipment. I'm going to trust. I'm going to trust that I can do that. It said I can. Replace my orb. I get to place the orb on the cat. This is a soul gate. It grants access to a sacred room, but only to those willing to part with something that holds importance to their soul. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the follow. They're anonymous now, but I really appreciate it. I'll roll you some monster soul to gain access to this. Risotto Nero gained 1 XP. Very nice. Okay, before the boss, I am going to take another break. I'm sorry, Dark Souls is going to be like a little bit delayed. Probably by like an hour. Take us to an epic loot drop. It is Blade. Initial temporary power, +1 at start of combat. An initial sidekick at start of combat. Jeez. I don't think it's as good as what we got. But it might be better than the belt we just got, actually. It gives bonus crit chance instead of sidekick damage. I'll take it. I'll take it. It's epic. I'll take it. Belt, I will scrap. Everyone has epic equipment now. That makes me feel good at the very least. Before we go to the boss, I'm going to take a quick break for ads. I'll be right back. See you very soon. Welcome back. I didn't get to see what boss we were doing. Wander up here. I want to jump on you. It's the star spawn. Tides of the Void. The Void has chosen Earth. Whenever an ally or enemy uses an Earth action, star spawn generates wild ether. I have... Oh, actually, I have a little bit of that. I'm missing 1 fire and 1 earth for that. So I could just generate it right now with Shrew's basic attack. And then I get Salamander. That'd actually be better on Cat. I think it would. I will take 1 burn damage. See, it's telling me right there. Oh, look at it. Got so much ether. Now the Void has chosen water. We've got a lot more water attacks. I get a second Salamander. Wow. Look at him go. I haven't actually burned him that much, though. Any crits? 1. Wow. Oh, yeah, I forgot. You get bonuses for water attacks, and that was one of them. Wow, that was so much. Okay, now this is an earth attack. We're gonna do it anyway and take 4 damage. I'm being mindful of it. to summon a Sally right here. It didn't occur to me that was going to cut us off of this. That's fine, though. That's fine, though. I can get... It's actually not fine. We don't get to do it anymore. That's okay. Well, we can, because he can't really do anything either. We could just have him basic attack. Hello, Russ. How are you doing? I'm doing very good. I'm doing just fine. Oh, actually, it doesn't matter anyway, because he's dead. Got to wake up, and the prezzies we got for Cass and Isa arrived today, and we got to watch them open it. It was very nice. How are you doing? Actually incredible. Every 4 attacks from allies purchase 1 ether. Our allies attack so much. Ideally. We got a salve. End of combat, cleanses 4 corruption, earth damage +1, crit chance +10. I'll sell that for 15 gold. All good. Other than a bit cold. I keep talking with my partners about portal tech. And how badly we just, even like a small portal, right? We could just set up on a wall and it would equalize our temperatures. It doesn't have to be big, even just like, you know, a small cylinder would do it. Had some pizza with the folks, pulled some stuff out of the printers, which surprisingly came out great. Oh, yeah. Even here in the winter, people talk about how tricky it is to print in the cold. We're bringing our resin printers inside. Or at least that was the plan. We haven't really got around to it with Christmas and everything. Because before we had it in like an unheated garage, it would probably do fine inside the house and went. Yeah, we felt that. What did you print? You have some sort of enclosure? It's in the garage, but it's completely like not insulated or heated in there. XP, please. Vengeance. When an allied minion or monster dies, applies power to this monster. You know what? Yeah. Give me more XP. More. Even more. Mission pieces you designed. It's a figure of a retro RPG streamer you watch. She'll surely lead you to victory across the tabletop. That's cool. That's really cool. And you got me thinking about as I need to get to work in Blender anyway. But now I'm thinking like, oh yeah, and then I'll like make a nice STL. I can just put out there. That's like printer friendly. Reroll an action or a trait. Or I can give 3 XP to a random monster. Give me 3 XP to a random monster, please. He's fully caught up. Nurture. On dedicated support action, applies 1 essence to each allied minion. Then heals each ally equal to the essence of their minions. Cute. I'll take it. Crude altar crafted by the monster king many centuries ago is a place for worship of the monster deities. One of your spare monster souls will be released to the void. You may choose a temporary boon that will aid your monster in the next 2 battles. You can use it multiple times, but only one of its boons may be active at a time. So we could like fight a couple battles and then come back to it. You know what? I'll do it. Start of combat, purge 3 enemy ether. 1 power to all allies, or 3 burn to all enemies. 3 burn to all enemies, please. Thank you. Hey, hello, how are you doing? I know there's some very good reasons why a person wouldn't want to do this. But Russ was just talking about printing out a figure of a streamer he watches. And it got me thinking of, while I'm working on model stuff, of just doing like a printer-friendly pose and sending out, like hiding an STL somewhere. You ever think of doing anything like that? I can see a lot of reasons why people wouldn't want to necessarily. For the jar? For the jar? Are you gonna pickle me if I do this? You would send a tiny alien to battle on the tabletop? Oh god, I was just thinking about it. Come to think of it, it might be a little spooky putting out an accurate model of myself. But then again, I'm like modeled after a base anyway. I mean, I have already found people using the same base as me on certain websites, and wow, that's an experience. It's like looking at a close relative who you don't know that well. Doing something embarrassing, like, oh, I know I don't have any responsibility for this person, really, but oh gosh, I still cringe when I see it. You have 100% thought about it. It's why you model everything to scale. Aw. I showed it to Cass, and then she freaking posted it in the Discord. It was just, well, okay, I saw a couple of things and shared one with Cass. It was just someone showing off some alterations they made to the basic, Murdoch base mouth interior. I don't know. A couple people were really interested in it for some reason. I guess some people just like realism. With your search results in the link. Yeah. I didn't expect Cass to just post it in the Discord like that with the search terms I was using. She's a freaking menace. You like seeing me flustered. That's a chilling statement to hear. Rats do sometimes have white hair and red eyes. Okay. I'm trying to decide if I need to explain this. I might have been looking up banana lookalikes, not expecting to find self lookalikes. But look, I wasn't doing it for any weird reason. I was just gonna tease her about it, you know? Completely innocent teasing. Oh, hey, look, we won the battle. Did we void parry? I don't think I've ever seen this bird before. Is he new? I kind of miss the Wormling we had so much. That was just generating all the ether we ever needed. This criticals. Bird is staggered. Or at least I thought that would be the case. Yeah. Okay, good. Oh, it also died. I was gonna try to make a memento of that. Because I didn't think we had one yet. Wait, my deck of cards is recharged? Wait, do your artifacts recharge? I actually never thought of this. I always just assumed those charges were spent and then it was gone. Whoops. This whole time, I could have been spamming my artifacts way more than I already was, which was not at all, to be honest. Level ups all around. Or we can choose +5 max health. I'm not sure if they've got room for more actions, which is why that's an option. Flash burn applies 3 burn to target enemy. Free action. Incredible. Or fire storm. This one's yellow. 2x3 fire damage against all enemies. Plus 25% crit chance. On crit triggers burn on target enemy. So it just triggers burn. It doesn't give them burn stacks. So they have to already have burn. And then it gives them burn. I do think the way this works, by the way, the moves have types. Like burn plus critical, critical, burn. I could be wrong, but I think taking some of them kind of informs what kind of build you're trying to go for, and the game will attempt to give you more of that kind. And maybe you need to... Maybe you need some of both types to get a combo one like that. Hello, Malleus. Nice catch. I have to replace one, so you can only have up to four actions, pardon. We don't really need Ignite. We'll replace it. Hello, Knife Player. How are you doing? I don't think we want any of this. We kind of want to use everything we've already got. So we'll take +5 max health instead. Stolen Gemstone. Deals 2 enemy ether, applies 2 sidekick to self. That sounds... What don't we want? No support we haven't really used. Bolster, to be honest. I just kind of use that because it's cheap. Out of here. Do I still have a spare soul? I do not. I used the last one. No. I'll use the high ground bonus. Thanks for the jacket pack. I'll generate some wild ether. Now I can steal 2 enemy ether and get 2 sidekick. Or I can freaking rock them with burn. We need 2 fire and a earth. This would leave us with that. Except it would also not leave the interrupts up for... Because this only applies burn when this attack interrupts people. I'm just gonna go for it. And enjoy getting a bunch of burn on everyone. Oh my gosh. I can barely keep up with all of the things triggering. This is making me just want to play this some more again. There's so many cool builds in here. Ah, we stole all your ether. Now you can only do basic attacks. I was about to say, oh, did they even attack? Well, our turn is still going. So no, they didn't. We got Blade. It's rare. It increases your crit chance. But we've already got the epic version of that. The random NPC. Ether Spring. The thing I completely forgot about. See, this is what I thought an Ether Spring was. That was wrong and dumb. This is actually an Ether Spring. You can choose between water or wind. At the end of each combat, cleanse 1 corruption, or at end of each combat, 25% chance one of your monsters gets extra XP. Imagine if we had buffs like this from the beginning. I would like the extra XP, please. Thank you. The kinds of buffs you get depends on what elements of monsters you've got on you currently. Okay, remembering that we should use our artifacts. Let's actually have some fire ether. Thank you. We get to disrupt everyone's turn. We could cleanse a bunch of debuffs off of everybody. Sure. All the sidekick would be more helpful if we were actually attacking. Okay, let's not have Risotto die. That'd be awesome. Get a Salamander. Give yourself medical treatment. Here, we'll just stagger everyone. And steal all their ether. Or purge it. Wow. I kind of don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just like watching it go at this point. This monster purges or steals ether, generates 1 additional ether of the same element. This monster takes 1 more damage from all hits. For every 4 burn applied to enemies, generates fire ether. Whenever an enemy gets attacked for the 2nd time in the same turn, triggers burn on them. That could be huge, but I think I actually want ether. Oh, we can still get traits, just not skills. That's huge. Add XP. Speaking of traits, for every 3 wind ether consumed by allies, applies sidekick to self. For every 100 healing of your allies, applies 2 power to each ally. For every 50 healing, generates 1 wild ether. Give me another one. Side crits. This monster's sidekick attack is always critical and applies 1 bleed. Incredible. Yes, that, please. Thank you. A little crit on the side. Thank you, thank you. Hello. Okay, so we can get our wind gun. Yeah, give us stuff on random. I plan things out very poorly. So this will give us 2 water, right? Oh. Oh, because we already used an artifact this turn. Okay, so if we keep the what the heck is that? Whatever that is, if we keep it alive, we can craft a memento of it. And just a small heal. Oh yeah, we will have to stagger it again in order to do that. But I believe in our ability to do. Oh no, can I just do that now? Even though it's not staggered. Oh, it is still pulsing red. Whatever. We got Amit. I finally get to use Flash Burn. Hi, Jane. Thank you for keeping me cool. And for the stretch. And the boop. Aw. And the pats, thank you. Oh, we still have an action left. Oh yeah, you're gonna regenerate. My confidence is high. My confidence in finishing this before the hour's up is not very high. But I don't want to quit in the middle, so I'm very sorry if you're waiting for Dark Souls. For every 15 healing this monster receives or applies to others. Applies sidekick to self. That is kind of crazy, actually. Yes, please, I will take it. Whenever a buff is applied to this monster, 20% chance to apply another stack of the same buff. Cannot trigger with itself. Fair enough. It's scrapped. Funky. Mike Golden. Congratulations, my dear Aethermancer. You finally found me. Excuse me? I suppose you've heard tales of me? I don't think so, sorry. So I take it you did not brave the void hoping to rescue me? No matter. I am Mike Leonard Golden, knower of all things, both the mundane and the arcane. In fact, I have just now stated my curiosity regarding the inner workings of the void. If you don't mind, I'll take my leave now, permanently. Somebody's got to regale the fine folks of Pilgrim's Rest with tales of the void, you see. I suppose that path behind you should be safe enough. By rescuing this character, you and your monsters have formed a bond to Pilgrim's Rest. We received 2 corruption cleanse. Merchant, please. The cost of XP has been reduced, or reset rather. Give me the XP. All the XP, please. See if we can get a handle on this guy. We got one more biome after this. Sorry, Arthros, but this is... Is it too good of a move? Not sure. I guess I'd rather slap a lot of burn on it. Okay, do I have any of these? I'm gonna hit it with a whip. Oh god, that triggers sidekick. Ow! Hi Jane, how are you doing? What the heck? Poor guy ends his turn with 0 ether. I mean, so do we, I guess. We got to use ours. Doing good today? That's wonderful. You made popcorn? Oh, Malleus? Malleus has been here for a while. He's also got a gun now. Keep purging all of its ether. Oh no, I'm easy to please. Whenever I just see random pop-ups happening over and over again, I giggle. Ow. Shooting some lava at it. I was kind of hoping that basic heal would be enough. Oh, I forgot. We just come with Monster Flask by default. You just heal. Like, if a monster's at risk of dying and you're going to lose it for the run or something, you can just, like, use a Monster Flask on it. Oop. Summon in Pandulu. Sidekick damage +1. On an interrupt applies 1 essence to self. That sounds very cool. But do we want that? We'd have to replace another move with it. We've never used snow support, except for once, I suppose. Yeah, get rid of snow support. You got an epic drum. On support action, cleanses 4 debuffs and applies 1 temporary power to target ally. On hit, 12% chance to apply burn. Basic attacks generate 1 additional fire ether. You know what? We can replace the orb with this so we stop burning our risotto so much. Okay. Before the Bezos hits, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm sorry, I really want to finish the run. So I continue to push back Dark Souls, but I'll be right back. See you very soon. Bezos took direct control because I was hemming and hawing. I'm gonna shop first. And interrupt applies power to self. Nah, just give me the XP. I could just keep Actually, yeah, hold on. Show me my inventory. We have lost charges, actually. Give me the whip. The whip's really good. And an XP. Reburn to all enemies and a bunch of fire damage to all enemies. It seems pretty good. Okay, ads actually hit. You know what? We never use grapple. There. Now I'll break. Welcome back. We're going to next zone, question mark, question mark, question mark. Finally made it back. I can still feel Chernobog. I need to reach them again. Wait, is the last zone just a boss fight? No, I thought this was it. It's this temple thing. No, it's just a boss fight. Okay, we were closer than I thought. I remembered one run of this took about 3 hours, because I remember it taking like about a segment to get through. Welcome back, Jane. I'm sure you can play it faster if you're not stopping in the middle to go off on tangents. Did I say welcome back, Jane? Welcome back, Jane. Is it possible for you to shut them out? Shut them out? We will never allow it. Can you fathom how that feels? How could you? I don't remember what they're talking about. I won once against this guy and then like left and didn't play for a while. You did? Okay. Welcome back, Fractal. Getting our ether corrupted. They explained how this worked the first time, but then I stopped playing this for months. Really like the battle music for this. Corrupted Ether, signature trait. At the start of each round, one random enemy is chosen. All non-basic actions on the chosen enemy will become corrupted. Corrupted 8 for free actions, non-free actions 15 for the remainder of that round, or until this arm is staggered. Gains aging for every 3 age, applies terror stacks to the enemy with the lowest amount of terror, equal to the total amount of age on all allies. Start of your turn, deals a wild damage hit with 9 damage to all enemies with 5 or more terror. Whenever you reach 5 ether of the same element, applies age and shields to all allies with age 7. Triggers up to 1 per element per combat. Dirk isn't even doing any actions. We could just take this turn off and like power up basically. I've got 3. Oh wait, no! Look! They did restore charges. I've got so many whips. Give me your ether, nerd. Didn't get anything we could use for these, though. So you'd think the corruption here won't matter, but he gets like bonuses about it later, I think. I think that was pointless to do. I should have just bit the main body. Be 2 wild ether. And then we can flash burn. And also purge all his ether. And apply 6 more burn. Can summon an Impendulu over here. We're so essenced up. I forgot he does that. See, we had 30 corruption off of him and 18 from him, so they've got stats based on that, I guess. Don't even worry about it, though. Oh, this is insane. Uninterrupt applies burn 3 to all enemies. This is interrupting at least 4 times for 12 burn on everybody. And I can even do a free action first. I'm gonna give myself a salamander. Wait, nope, no. I'm going to give myself a wind lance so I don't take all of the ether that I need for using those 2 moves. Flash burn. Oh, that's not quite as insane as I thought it was going to be. Not quite, but like pretty close. And the stagger didn't count, so it was only 6 burn. You have a strange feeling. Oh no, are you okay? Fiona's a hacking beautiful cutie. I have her, just in case. Got enough spare to summon a salamander? Why not? He's got 1 hand back. What if I just... If I just burn them all? We can flash burn in. And I still have enough for burn wave. Still corrupted, but I'm still going to use it just to get extra attacks. I don't get to interrupt anything this time. Pendulu attack. You know what? I guess that's okay because I think he's dying this turn. Or he could. He'll be very close if he's not. Yeah, I could just do a basic attack and finish him. It almost feels cheap because I feel like last time we were also just doing 10,000 attacks per turn. Rip Niff. Rip Wormling. We got 4 mementos, 2 NPCs, bunch of ether crystals. Okay, I am not gonna talk to everybody. We can save that for next time. And I think there will be a next time. I had a lot of fun with those.